Hi, so this is the Leah beanie that you'll be making today. It has this very cute heart in the middle, and I'll just be addressing a few of the issues or questions that I know some of my pattern testers had that may help you guys too when you're doing the pattern. I will list the pattern below. It's going to be in my Etsy store. You can also, if you're not a crochet and you like the hat, you can also just purchase the hat itself. So I'm going to set this aside and let's get started. Okay, so after you have your chains of whatever amount, this is just a random amount of chains just to demonstrate what it is that I'm referring to. Okay, so after you have your chain, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the second chain from the hook, because now we're going to do going down is a row of single crochets. And the reason why I do single crochets after the chain instead of going right into the half herringbone double crochet is because when we seam our work at the end to close up the hat, we want very minimal space, and by doing this row of single crochet, that's how we're going to achieve that. Okay, so you're going to not yarn over, sorry, you're going to insert your hook into the second chain from the hook, pull through. You're gonna have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both loops. So we skip that first chain to count as the first single crochet. So then you're going to yarn over again, not yarn over. You're going to insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. Insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. Insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up this row of single crochet and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so after you finish your row of single crochets, you should have one less than the chain amount that you started with. Okay, so then after you finish that row, when you turn your work, you're gonna go right into the half herringbone double crochet. Okay, so that is, you yarn over, you insert your hook into that first chain, sorry, pull through the chain. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're gonna take that same first loop and pull through that second loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops on your hook. Then yarn over, insert your hook into that chain, pull through the chain and this loop on your hook. So pull through the chain and this first loop, yarn over, and pull through both. Okay, so I'm gonna finish doing that, and then I'll address the second issue. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so we finished that first round of half herringbone double crochet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn our work, and I'm going to show you how to do the color change. Okay, so when we turn our work, you yarn over, you go right into the half herringbone double crochet. So you yarn over, insert into that first stitch, pull through that first loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops on the hook. Okay, so I'm gonna do that for a few rows. and then I'm going to pop in that new color to show you how to do the color change and also how to carry the color into your work. When I carry the color, it's usually the color of the heart is usually the dark color because it's easier to kind of hide the second color within the dark color. But if you're really careful, it doesn't matter what color you do your heart with. But if you're not, it could kind of show the color through the heart, which kind of looks cool, I guess. So I did a few half herringbone double crochets, and now I'm going to show you how to transition with the new color. So when you're transitioning with the new color, what happens is you start that transition in the previous stitch before you need that color to change. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, for example, let's say we need the new color to start in the 6th stitch. We start the transition from the 5th stitch. Okay, so let's say this is the 5th stitch right here. This is the 6th stitch where we want the color to start. So in the 5th stitch, we're going to yarn over, insert your hook, pull through that stitch and the first loop on the chain. When there's 2 loops left, that's when you start your color change for the half herringbone double crochet. And let me just grab my second color. I'm gonna use this blue, which is actually lighter than the black, so I could show you what happens if you're not careful when you're carrying the color. Okay, so you're gonna make kind of a loop with the end portion of that new color, and you're gonna put that loop on the hook, and then you're gonna pull through those 2 loops that was on your hook. Kind of pull that tight with the end. See the end here? You pull that and you pull the black to pull that tight. You drop those, you pick up the blue, the long portion, you yarn over, insert, pull through first loop, pull through both. Sorry. Yarn over, insert, pull through first, yarn over, pull through both. Okay, pull that tight if necessary, and then you continue with your blues. And let's say we want to go back into the black now. Pull that black up, then you yarn over to make that loop, and you pull through the remaining 2 loops, and then you continue on with your black. So make sure that you also remember that this is going to be your front. So when you turn your work, right now you're going to be facing the back of your work. So make sure that if you're pulling anything through, that the front of your work stays nice and clean. Okay, I turn my work, go right into the half herringbone double crochet, and then let's bring that blue back in. So you do that when there's only 2 loops left on your hook, and you do that in the previous chain. You start from, the previous stitch. Insert that, pull it tight, and then when you're doing the blue across, you pick up the black by simply carrying it along when you pull through the stitch as opposed to pushing it down and then doing your stitch, because then you won't carry it. So just make sure that when you insert your hook, that stitch is in there. And those are just some of my tips and tricks how to get a really good heart and the back to be just as good. If you still have any questions or concerns, feel free to email me. My email will be down in the description bar, or you could message me on the Etsy and I'll be sure to help you out.